Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Commodores will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll go to the ground. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers, and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
Slide 22.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Here's the handoff. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. They're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups because that time the defense won. They were able to high point the football, creating the interception.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
And the Commodores getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Here's the give off the left side. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw for it. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Commodores have their offense in high gear.
Green 25.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On the set.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Cricket. Ready.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Lasso. Lasso. Ready.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Field goal is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They'll ride the hot hand. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Looking for space, it's Hawkins. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires downfield. He's open on the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. First down to start the drive after the break.
Come on, set.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, what a move. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. The running back able to walk in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 11 over Tulsa. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming.
Quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. Quarterback got sacked.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He fires a bullet to the right. Fires into traffic, picked off. And
what a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Turning to the running game on first and goal. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. about to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
This offense has a second down play. Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Commodores want to move quickly. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Vandy. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down, give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man. And sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Past the first down marker and still running. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them. Let them get outside. Let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to them and get them on the perimeter.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Now on 2nd down. Through the air, it's Hendricks. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Commodores want to pick up the tempo. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Man, it got so frustrating. It happened so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Commodores are in the red zone. They'll try to get the first through the air. Still looking, on the move. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes the grab on the left. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Commodores.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason is we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. The DBs will back off a bit. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They feed him again. Gets it across the 10, a pickup of 5, and out of trouble to the 12.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
On 3rd down, going up top. Quick strike complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The give to the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's moving out of the pocket. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. He's looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires and picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Timeout, NC State.
They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down.
42 Spider.
To the ground. He's got it again. Finds a crease at the 20. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Third and goal, where the strong come through. Back to pass, it's Hendricks. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up fourth down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
And this one splits the uprights. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Wide receiver shows motion. Handoff from the gun. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a fourth down and 3. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, looking to pass. Using his feet to buy time. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
And and they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
How about this on first and goal to give to the wide receiver? That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And I don't care how many yards I gave up to get down here. I got to bow my neck. I got to make a play down here. When you create negative plays in goal line situations, man, you have a lot of success defensively. Great job bowing up.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 12 over Tulsa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fighting off the defender. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to let one go back to the middle. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
He's loose at the 15. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. After the run, now to throw. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On the option. Keeps it himself and gets to first. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Now on 2nd down. Defense wants to bring the heat. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires on the move. How about getting the foot down on that throw? Big completion.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
The give to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. Moving away from pressure. He'll pull it down. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a first down. So frustrating.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. On the option. He'll toss it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This offense backed up, starting inside its own 20, could really use a chunk play to get the drive started. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got his man. Delivers the contact. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He's taking a deep shot, and they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again, 2nd and 10 from the 27. Quarterback checking the play. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that ball's free behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with this fundamental.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Hendricks. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets enough. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the first down with the lead here in the 4th quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock. Not what you were hoping for if you're on D that last play.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Kansas State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Cats in a statement win, if there ever was one. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's a throw downfield late. And the ball is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Defense showing blitz here. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.